Blessings and love to you, my beautiful people. Back with another one. Life force energy. And in this one, I'm going to be talking about life force energy and sexual energy. Even though, to be honest, it's almost the same thing. But just so you can get a better understanding, I'm going to kind of use both of them, if you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so in order for me to be sitting here and talking to you, the beginning of time was created by sexual energy, a man and a woman coming together and creating me and you. So I just want people to understand is that we all want a better world. We all want to see a better future for the children. And I just feel that it's vital that we educate one another as well as the children about sexual energy. Because as adults, we are children. And as children, they are going to become adults. And even the adults of today don't even understand certain things I'm going to mention and talk about, because I just feel that in life, my people, and I'm going to break it down like this, and I'm going to let you know and explain what I'm trying to say so you can get it fully, is that sexual energy is, you could say, the thing that creates all things, the thing that creates all thoughts, the thing that creates all beginnings, all ends, all life forms, all people. Everything that we see without sexual energy couldn't be. So I want people to understand how important sexual energy is, in a sense where in this day and age, you go out, you meet a woman, you're at a bar, you have one or two drinks, you might smoke, you might do this, you might listen to music, you might dance, you get to know one another. But what I'm trying to really get at so you can understand is, I want you to understand and overstand how vital and how sacred sexual energy is. You cannot be sharing something so sacred, something so special, something so vital with someone you don't know, with a stranger. Because what I'm trying to say is that what we don't understand as human beings, or maybe what we do understand but we don't, sometimes there's things in life that, how many people is living the life they don't want to live, but know the life that they want to live, but ain't going in the direction of the life that they want to live? So it's like we know the right way, but we don't choose to go the right way. So what I'm trying to say is that when a man and a woman gets together, yeah, and say for example, you're lusting for a woman, or a woman's lusting for a man, when it starts off like that, and then you create a child in that energy, what do you think that child's going to become if you're watering the seed at the beginning with lust, with things that is like, you could say, an illusion? You're not being sacred with the thing that creates all things. So I want people to understand that what I'm talking about, life force energy and sexual energy, my people, is that you need to really understand how sacred it is. You can't share yourself or your energy with just anybody. I want you to really understand that, because I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, like, in order for us to create a better world, we have to understand the things that is in front of us. We have to understand life force energy and sexual energy and how vital it is, because what is in your mind when you're about to do something becomes your intention. So what I'm trying to say is this, is that if I grow a seed, or I plant a seed, which could be a child or an idea or a business or whatever it might be, but we're talking more children, because life force energy and sexual energy is the future. It creates the future. So if you put a seed in the soil and you water the seed with, I just want to make money, when this seed grows I'm going to sell the fruits of my seed, and you're just seeing it as a money source, because that's your intention, the seed's going to grow and it's going to become a money source. Because what you put in your mind and the intention that you set for what you're trying to do is going to create that intention when it manifests. So what I'm trying to say is this now. If when you meet a woman and you see that she's got a nice shape, she's got a nice, behind, she's got nice titties, pretty face, and your intention is just to sleep with her because how she looks. You're lusting for her because of how she looks. If you accidentally create a seed with that woman, your intention wasn't to raise a family. Your intention wasn't to love her. Your intention wasn't to take care of her. Your intention wasn't to grow with her. So when that seed that was accidentally created grows, your intention was lust. So what kind of seed do you think you're going to create with that kind of intention? And when we look at the world and we look at the children and we look at the adults, how many parents or how many adults or how many children was created from a man looking at a woman and saying, I love that woman. I want to grow with that woman. I want to have seeds with that woman. I want to love that woman. Think about it. So what I'm trying to say is that the world that we are in is a manifestation of our intentions. So when you look at the world now and you look at the future and you look at the past or you look at the present, we are in the current state because of our intentions and our lack of knowledge of the one thing that creates all things, which is sexual energy, which is life force energy. So I want people to become more educated and more aware of the decisions that they are making, my people. Because I'm going to be honest with you, is that if you only knew, like I'm speaking about now, how sacred sexual energy and life force energy is, you wouldn't give that to a stranger. You wouldn't get drunk and go to a rave and, you know what I mean, and meet someone you don't know and give them the most sacred part of yourself, and you don't even know what's within them, whether you're a woman or whether you're a man. And I just want to say, like, for the children as well, like the kids, the teenagers, as youngsters, as males, I'm going to say it from the male point of view. As youngsters, from a male point of view, you get like badges, or you get like pats on your back, or you get like stripes because you had with so many women, or you got that woman that was pretty, or you got that woman that everybody wants, and you're depleting your sexual energy, you're depleting your life force energy, you're depleting yourself. But this is what I'm saying, we've all been raised off of the same nonsense. So nobody's correcting anybody. Everybody's going along with the same story. And as women, because there's so many different sides I'm going to come at it before I go. And as women, you need to start being your divine feminine. Like, like that strong women. If men are going the wrong way, you draw them. Because feminine energy is to balance. Masculine energy is to lead. So what I'm trying to say is that men must become back to their selves as leaders and strong, and women must become that firm balance for our men. And men must lead our women. Vice versa. We must correct one another. And another thing I'm saying, because, for example, like, I might scroll on the internet, or I might scroll on TikTok, or wherever, Instagram, and I'm seeing certain women in certain poses with their body, and as a young male, when I was younger, that kind of energy just makes you want to release your energy. And that is almost, I think, is succubus energy. That's the woman version. That is in the spirit realm. Like, when you have a wet dream, it's like they attack you in your sleep and take your energy from you. You wake up, obviously you had a wet dream. So in the physical reality, it manifests as those type of women that just want to look a certain way and they make young males just want to release their energy. And what I'm trying to say is, there is a war on spiritual, on sexual energy, on life force energy, because it depletes you, it weakens you when it's not used in the correct way. So I'm just trying to say to all the young women, I know that we're in a world where we need money and we need to survive and we need to do this, but you gotta really understand and be mindful on how one action that you create is affecting the whole world. We are all connected. Depleting somebody's energy is affecting everybody because we're all one. We must be very mindful of what we are doing to one another. And I'm not going to go too deep into that point, but I'm just trying to say is that don't sell yourself out for money and not realize what you're actually doing or the impact you're actually creating. Sexual energy is power, man and woman. So we must be aware, we must use it in the correct way, you know, because I'm just saying that I want to change the world, and I believe I am changing the world. But in order to change the world, we have to realize and we have to create solutions that can change the world. Because sexual energy is one of the most powerfulest vibrations in the universe, because it creates everything, down to ants, down to fish, down to animals, down to humans. We all begin from the energy of sexual energy. So I want everybody to wake up, like, so, you know, the next time you go out, the next time you're in the illusion, you're in the matrix, be very mindful of your sexual energy. Be very mindful of your life force energy. Be very mindful of yourself, of the people you're mixing with, because every physical interaction has a spiritual consequence or a spiritual reward, however you want to put it. Be very mindful, my people, because sexual energy is very powerful. It creates all things. And yeah, man, sometimes I sit back and I just think to myself, we are the future. We are the answers. We are the questions. We are everything. But we must realize how powerful we truly are. And we must use those powers to enlighten everybody else, to empower everybody else, so we can become exactly what we're supposed to be, which is creators, leaders, kings, masculine, feminine, divine. And yeah, my people, man, I just want you to understand how powerful your life force energy is and how powerful sexual energy is. And we must educate the children on what sexual energy is, because I made a video before this one called Open Your Eye Part 6, and I am talking about the knife crime. And what I'm trying to say is that the opposite to killing is creating, and life force is the creation that creates all things. So if we can teach the children about our life force energy and our sexual energy, it's going to let them know that, think about this, how many parents have lost a son? How many parents have lost a daughter to whether it's knife crime, to whether it's crime in general? Yeah? Think about, they lost their child. Every child that comes into this world through a man meeting a woman, a man and a woman kind of gelling in a certain way that they, you know, they talk, they like one another, they get close, they hug, they kiss, and then they become intimate. Can you not see the process of how every human being comes into life? And to think that you have a 9 months goes down the line, your woman's pregnant, your woman gives birth to the baby comes out, the baby's crying, the baby looks cute, you gotta feed the baby with milk, the baby grows up, the baby goes nursery, the baby then goes school, the baby then goes secondary, the baby then goes college, university. To see the process on how sexual energy and life force energy transforms and then for someone's child to get murdered. If we can educate the children on the process and let them know and understand, every life, in my opinion, will be valued so much more, and everybody will understand how every person, because every person comes from that same process, we are all divine. And once we realize and we understand, we will treat people and we'll treat each other like gods, like kings, like queens, like angels, because that's what we are. So my people, I'm going to end it there, but you are the future. You are the change that you are searching for. You are the answer from the question that you're asking. It's all in you. Life force energy is the future. It is everything. And I want everybody to really understand that, and understand that you are powerful and you have the powers to change your reality, to change the world, to change my world. Just remember that, my people. You are powerful. So